Universal Trucking Chronicles. I'm Swizzy, the host of the show. Good morning. See all my gray hairs coming in? I think when I don't get good sleep, I turn gray. Because I ain't been getting a lot of sleep lately, man. And the grays coming in. You see them? I noticed that, man. Because I wasn't this gray the other day. And I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. And my sleep pattern's been off. And what I noticed was I was getting more gray. So I was like, what? Let me know if you got a lot of gray hair, but you don't get good night's sleep. Hope you got you some coffee. I think today is Wednesday. Yeah, today should be Wednesday. Hump day. We got to get over the hump, so get out and get you a cup of coffee, some sunshine, and things of that nature. I think we're in a little too deep over here on this job. 2 out of 4 of us got stuck in the mud this morning. Of course, you know, we had some freezing rain or whatever, and all the dirt and stuff got really saturated. So, you know, a lot of guys did not work yesterday. I worked, but I wasn't at that job, or this job actually. You know, I wasn't in the mud, put it like that. You know, we weren't in the mud. But those jobs that do have mud, like this one, they didn't work here yesterday. Gave it a chance to dry out. And so now we're here today. I mean, it's about 42 degrees. We started out this morning, it was like 17 degrees. And so, as it gets warmer, of course, you know, the solidness of the dirt, because it got water and it's still got water, it's holding water. The sun going to start, it's going to loosen up. It's going to turn more, it may turn more muddy. But I didn't realize that this bad boy here got the magnet on the back of it. Because that's another reason too why I wasn't making videos. Because I just got this phone, and like my other phone, I got a magnet on the back of it. I think iPhone automatically they got a feature in there now where you got it has a magnet in the back of the phone, so that I have a magnetic thing on my dashboard that holds the phone, so I don't have to be holding the phone while I'm driving. I need to keep both hands on the steering wheel. But I wasn't making any videos because I was like, well, I gotta go and get some. I had a pack of magnets, couldn't find them, and then, you know, I'm like, well, I can't make no video in the truck, so, you know, not while I'm driving, because then I need to hold on to the phone, and I don't want to do that. But give me a second. We're about to pull into this hole. You about to see, man. It's like, it's pretty. We moved so much dirt over here already, so it's come up. We coming out the mud. We coming up out the mud, but it's so dangerous. And I had a video over there where another truck had flipped over. You got to be careful, but when it's slippery, how do you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to go up this big steep hill, so you got to lock your tandems. You know what I'm saying? Try and make sure that your wheels locked so you don't spin out. Then I started sliding backwards a little bit, you know, and I was like, oh, shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to roll over. And it was just so, you know. But then they came with a bulldozer, pushed the dirt, and they made it so that I could get out of there. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a good thing. So this is my second round of dirt. I'm about to bring it over there. And if you've seen any of the videos before, you know how much, you'll see how much progress has been made. It's been a lot of progress. Like we out here, you know, we out here like we out here in the mud, or in the dirt, in the trenches. But I think we in a little too deep. You see what I'm saying? It's very possible. I think the best thing to do is to back down in that hole. But I guess they still want us to drive in. See, I got the guys over there. I appreciate the like from you guys, man. I got the guys over there right now. So what, you going down? Are they crazy? They're driving down into it? I don't really like that. I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea at all. Check it out. Let's see. I'm almost over there. Camera ain't focusing, can't get it right. So you going down. My camera lens is horrible. What is up with this phone? Okay, because that's a long distance. Shout out to my football team right there, man. Jets. Any of y'all Jets fans, you already know what it is. Let me see if I can zoom in, man. It's still so blurry. Alright, so I'm almost over here now. You can't see where it's at because it's down. We like on the top of this mountain, bro. Bro, it's down there. Or down in the backside. It's a little better. Now she focusing. So they want us to go in this way? This is suicide. This is suicide, man. Look at my man Bernard over there trying to dump a load. Trying to clean out his bed. I'm gonna ask them, like, why are we going in this way? But I guess they want to. It's easier to go down that hill than to try to come up out that way. But I don't get it, man. We should be going the other way. I'm gonna find out from this guy what's going on, man. Give me 1 second. What they doing now? Why? So we should use that to come out. It is easier to go, but that's kind of steep, and you got a load on you going down there. Yeah. You think I should? I don't know, man. Did you go in that way? I went in that way. And you came out that way. That's what I would think makes more sense. So I'll try going that way. Don't go that way. Ain't no backing out. Once you go there, you got to commit. You go all downhill. Yeah. I ain't going down there. I'm going this way. Oh, shit. Might as well. Damn. I'm going to commit to it one time. God help me. I'm going to show you. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. I'm a little afraid, but you know what? I'm not afraid. You can see we're over the cliff right here, man. Watch the steep drop. And I got a load on me. If it's muddy, there ain't no hitting no brakes. Ain't no hitting no brakes. Okay. We about to find out. What they say? F around, find out? Let's find out, y'all. Let's find out. You crazy, don't do it. Put it in the comments. Should I do it? Hell no. Oh, Lord. It's like a roller coaster ride, man. Going down this daggone hill. It's like, it ain't that bad. Oh, y'all can't really see. And then it's all downhill. Don't hit the brakes. I can't go fast. I have to go slow. Oh, Lord. This is a sight to see. Damn it, boy. Okay. I guess they worked it out. Ain't that bad. Ain't that bad at all. Move it, Dozer. Bulldozer's in the way. Okay. Now I got to go. Where they want to dump? Where you want to dump? Right here? Okay. In the mud. We said dump it right here. That's a little better. Yeah, yeah. Shit, man. Had me scared to death, man. I'm still scared. I'm still scared. Elias Paso, what's up? Google account. Where's the gold? I'm saying, right? Pay dirt. It's that pay dirt. It's gonna be in my check. In the form of fiat. They gonna give me fiat. They ain't giving me no gold. Yeah, we out here. We out here like what was that kid name with the didn't they lock him up for stealing gold? One more time, he said. Alright, we're good. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna make my way out, you guys. Out the hole, out the mud. Let's go. Get it out the mud or what, huh? We doing it. This thing done came up so high. It ain't bad. I guess it's about, it's 37 degrees out. It's not bad. He said, where the gold at? I know, right? We need to find some gold. Where's the gold? Uh-oh. Two-way traffic. He coming in because he don't want to go down that big hill. He said he's scared to sleep in the truck. Nah, this ain't got no sleeper. Let me let him go by me. This ain't got no sleeper. Jay say he's scared to go. He ain't coming down the other way. They're gonna tell him to turn around. So, all right. So we coming out, and this way's a lot easier because the other side was so steep. Check it out. This way's a lot easier. I guess that's. So that property right there is borderline all this construction. Those people probably got offered a ton of money to sell their property, and they decided, nope, we're gonna hold on to it. I'm not trying to drive, and the other thing is you can't drive too fast out here because it's too bumpy of a ride. You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of back pain and stuff like that that I'm dealing with right now. So I take my time. I really literally take my time, man. He said, hey, I'm scared to ski. Who's that? YouTubes. B_YouTube says I'm scared to sleep in the truck. There's no oh, I'm not sleeping back in the air. Go ahead. Hang that up. But yeah, there's we got a lot more. So the big pile that we moving of dirt over there. I think it's pretty dry. It's just down there where we going with it. Is where they got to, And then I guess they got that big roller thingy, like the tumbler or the roller, to mat it all down, to make it more solid. That helps too. That helps too. But anyway. It's never a dull moment, I'm telling you. I like what I do. I'm taking my time. My elbow's freaking messed up, bro. Wednesday, the 21st of January. They say it's today is you know how they have National Daughter Day, today is National Grandmother Day. So shout out to all the grandmothers for all them pies they baked. You know, all the times they let us stay at their house, right? You know you always wanted to go over to grandma's house. She baked cookies and pies and stuff. I used to rub my grandmother's feet, man. I love my grandmama. I miss her too, man. She was the best. And she would never give me a beating either. Like, everybody else got beatings. She would fake like she was beating me. She would take me in the room and she'd be beating the bed with and tell me to fake cry. And they would, you know, my other cousins, because all of us were at my grandmother's house, they hear me in there crying. I mean, we'd be in there cracking up, me and my grandmother. She like, you don't have to worry about nothing. I'm going to beat all the rest of them. And she would get them too. They would go hide and stuff where she couldn't reach them because she was in a wheelchair. They'd hide behind like the furnace or something. She couldn't get you. It was like, you can't get us, you can't get torturing her. She'd wait for him and then she would pinch you. Just take a pinch, grab you, pinch you. If I ever got pinched, that was the most. You know what I'm saying? But I never got a spanking from my grandmother. So shout out to all the grandmothers. So here's the mountain right here. There it is up the hill right there. We're taking all this dirt up there. It's a lot of dirt, man. It's a lot of dirt. Look at all that. Look at that big hill. They're loading up the people. We're moving a lot of it too. So nobody's training with me. I was training my son, right? He's not training with me anymore because he's gonna be training with the other guy. He said, I can't believe dude said I'm scared to sleep in the truck. You know that dirt gotta get moved. You can't really get my helmet somewhere. We moved a good amount of it too. Anybody that knows they've been watching these videos, you've seen the progress. You've seen the progress. All of the daggone stuff we done moved out of here so far. Over here so you can see a little better. I'm gonna stage up right here until he gets loaded, then I'll be next in line. Guess that magnet ain't all that great. Ain't too strong. There you go. We gotta move all that dirt. All that dirt. We moved a lot so far, man. We moved a lot. We moved a whole lot. And we still got a lot more to go, so. Uh-oh, I think they're getting ready to fuel. Okay, that's a fuel truck, so we got a few minutes. We got a few minutes to be together. They're getting ready to fuel up the machine. And see, that's I was gonna do that because I got a hazmat and a tanker. Getting in the shade. Sit there. So they're gonna fuel up the truck. That's the tanker. With the fuel, we're gonna fuel up the machine. So I got a little break I could take with you right now. But we done made a lot of progress, man. That red dirt, man. That clay dirt, that's pay dirt, man. That's gold right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the money dirt. That's pay dirt. I forgot that kid's name, man. That was doing the mining. And he was digging up all the dirt and running it through the thing and finding all the gold. I forget his name. But so yeah, man. I can't wait till the wet. I was checking last night for some prices, flight tickets and hotel stays going out to Bangkok, Thailand, because I want to go ahead and book. I'm waiting for to see what the prices that they came down, but I seen some rooms like hotel stays for like they was cheap. I mean, once you get into the cheap, I want to stay at a resort where they got nice amenities and stuff, washer and dryer. I'm only gonna probably do like a week stay. I might do 2 weeks if I can get 2 weeks off. I probably I might be pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to have a job when I come back. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I could take a week. I probably could take 1 week, and then I know I'm gonna do some more traveling later in the year, and then I'll take my daughter wants me to go with them. Where I mean, she making a lot of different plans and stuff, and I keep telling her, sweetie, you got to make sure that you know what I'm saying, like where you're trying to travel to, there's no tension and stuff like that going on, because there's a lot of unrest. There's a lot of nations or countries or whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, that are just they're in conflict, and I'm not trying to travel nowhere like that. So, but going over there, it's pretty right now. Everything's I mean, the rain season is about to pass over there. So, from what I understand, it's going to be a good time to travel. It'll be a little cooler, I think. I'm not sure. I'm still doing the research, but I was checking out the prices last night. Round trip flight and hotel. Looking at, and I'm not flying no first class. This is a 12-15 hour flight. I'm not flying nowhere, no first class or nothing. I'm a thug it out. My first time going out there. Round trip and hotels looking like $700 for something that's a little nice. That's hotel included. So I'm just saying, like, some of these flights are very, very cheap going out there, man. Very cheap, man. Because you get the package deal when you do the round trip. You know what I'm saying? And then you bundle it and get the hotel. So looking like $700, and that's to be on a high-end resort. Now, a lot of the people that I follow on YouTube or that I've seen on YouTube, they're staying in some of the, I guess they call them these hostels that are, like a dormitory. I mean, you share the bathroom. I saw something like that. Where you got to share the bathrooms or share, you got they got a twin size bed. I'm not gonna travel I don't want to travel halfway across the world and be sleeping in a twin size bed. I want to be in something nice. And then on top of it, I looked at it, it's just really tight in there and in the room. But that's for the week. You only paying like $100 or $120 for that. And I'm saying to myself, like, okay, this is not somewhere that I'm gonna be chilling in the room, or in the bed, in the room, or it looked like you're in a daggone, just a little small, little tight little area. So you don't have an incentive to stay where you have your lodging. But that's when you paying like $15-$20 a night. That's almost what it works out to, $20 a night. Because if you're staying for a week, it comes to $100 and something bucks. It's only $100 and something dollars for like a stay or a hotel, or they call it a hostel. But if you want to stay at a resort, you can get a nice resort that has a bathroom, a kitchen, a Wi-Fi, and I think they all offer Wi-Fi. You can stay at some type of a resort, and it'll still be cheap. You know what I'm saying? and then your flight tickets, your round trip flight tickets with it. You know, you can get a penthouse or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Real nice. Uh, I don't. I'm going by myself, right? Nobody. This is my me doing me living my best life. You know what I'm saying? Or just, you know, kind of scratching off my little bucket list of places I want to travel to. Of course, I want to go to Egypt. Of course, I want to go to, you know, I want to travel to Rome, Italy. You know what I'm saying? Places like, you know, there's a lot of other places that I want to go to. Oh, he done? He's done. Oh, that was quick. He threw them up quick. He probably don't take that. Wait, you trying to jump in line? You want to jump in line? You jumping in line? Oh, no, he done. Fuel guy. It's my turn. I'm first. He said, I'm first. I've been here. Wait, yeah, we did move out of that dirt. Let's see how we really cut into that hill. Wow. So, in these flight tickets leaving, this was booked for February 25th. I ain't booked it yet. February 25th, and yeah, returning like first week of March, or the 25th, 6th, 7th, yeah, because February go to 28. So well, I'll be out there for Valentine's Day. That don't matter. So stuck. Yeah, he can lower me. You gotta lower me from them. Stuck, buddy. Can't back it up no more. So, that's probably. I mean, if I don't go. Yeah. End of February. Oh, I'll be here. Valentine's Day is the 14th. What am I talking about? You know, it don't really mean nothing to you. You don't know when the day is. Like, oh, Valentine's Day is on the 25th. Valentine's Day, whatever that is. So, February 25th. And it looks like a lot of people are booking these things around this time. Is what I'm noticing. So. Dang, man. I'm just going to put the times I get loaded. Because I was down there stuck for like 30 minutes, bro. This is my second load. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just going to be... After I experience what it's like over there, I'll probably want to go back. But I want to go to Great Wall of China as well, right? The Great Wall of China. I want to go to China, but I'm going to Hong Kong. I'm going over to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going over to like, I'm going to be flying into Bangkok. It's Tuka. I think it's Tuka. Or Tuko, or Tuka. It's Tuka. I heard that that's a good place to visit as well. And it's just as cheap. But I'm trying to find somewhere that's by the water. Like, you know, well, of course, all of that is gonna. I ain't gonna say it's all of it. They got beaches out there. But I was just looking last night. That's probably why I ain't getting no sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let you know as soon as I book it. Right. As soon as I book those flights. So I booked that flight. Can't wait though. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? Good thing about it too is like we over here staying busy too. Like early in the season because we ain't even really at full swing and we got steady work. Like usually it's this is the off season for us, but I guess this year, man, this year gonna be a very busy year. That's why I said I don't want to leave for too long. I don't want to leave for too long. Come back and don't have a job. But I should be able to go. But then again, I got other things I gotta go do. I gotta go see the doctors. I'm gonna be MIA for at least a week. They gotta understand, man. This is my life. I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? This is my life, man. And I mean, at this point in my life too, at my age, I'm 54. Right? Getting some graves coming in. They starting to come in now. I think I'm gonna be pretty sexy when it fills up real heavy. I think I'm gonna be pretty. I'm gonna be one of them guys with some graves that's gonna be looking like, man, that fit you. Got a little salt and pepper right now, but in a minute it's gonna be all salt. It's coming in though, and like I said, I think I've been getting more graves because I ain't been sleeping, man. I noticed that, man. When I don't get that good night's sleep, they're laying brick on top of dirt. They're laying brick on top of dirt. That's how they build these houses, right on the ground. They ain't got no foundation. I'll never buy one of them damn houses. I'll build my own house before I let them sell me one of theirs. There's a lot going on out here, man. Alright, well, let me get off of this thing here. I just want to check in with y'all, let y'all know what's going on. We're out here. We in the mud. We getting it out the mud. I'm hauling dirt. Hey, what's up, my man? Gotta respect the work zone. You know what I'm saying? Don't drive through here like you don't got no sense. Do me a favor, man, you guys. I appreciate you guys for the comments. B_, YouTube, Google accounts. Elias's postal. Elias's postal. Who else? Shout out all these people, man. If you want me to shout you out, put it in the comments. I know there's some people watching that's just, they don't have nothing to say. That's okay. I appreciate you anyway. I'm gonna come back later on. I'm gonna come back up here later on. Once I'm gonna find out some news for y'all. A lot of people, I didn't realize a lot of people don't be watching the news like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not, people aren't trying to, and I get it. I don't want to watch the news. I want to just stay focused on what I got going on. I'm not concerned about, what's going on, and a lot of people are just out of touch with, the current events, man. And it's crazy to think that people don't really want to be, there's stuff going on all around. And if you like me, like I'm I'm not living in I don't mean this statement to offend anybody, but this is just how I look at it. I don't live in a small box. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very, very open-minded person to a lot. You know what I'm saying? So what interests me is pretty much everything. I'm not a curious George or nothing like that. Like, curiosity killed the cat is what they say. I'm just not the type of person that I don't like to feed myself new information on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And if it's through the television that I get this, or from the internet, ooh, look at this. Lord, this thing got me shook coming down this hill like this. Brother. You know what I'm saying? It's all downhill, man. Got to be very careful over here. All down these hills and things. Ooh, Lordy. Oh, okay. All right. Take your time, Jimmy. Take your time. Once it right there. All right. I'm about to say, man, oh, snap. I feel like a liability out here, man. I feel like a liability out here, man. But, I just, for people that don't take an interest in some of the things that are going on in the world and around the world, that means they kind of just want to stay inside or stay, kind of to themselves or in their own. And I respect that. I respect that from people, man. You know what I'm saying? But, look at all that's happening out here, man. There's a lot of growth going on. And then there's a lot of destruction, too. Build and destroy. So, if that's happening in the world, you need to be on the same level as far as, just life. Just life in general. Like, you want to be on I know what's going on, or I'm elevating my mind, or, positioning myself, for some kind of growth or something. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be planning to go travel the world if I wasn't, I'm gonna walk into a red zone. They'll probably, you never know. They'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll take your money, let you fly right in and be somewhere where, you know what I'm saying, you held for hostage when you get there. Oh yeah, there's a whole plane full of them landing right now. Get them. So I just, I'm the type of person that I gotta keep up with the news. I gotta know what's going on in the world. And since I'm going to get on my traveling blogs, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no news reporter. I'm not going to get over there and be trying to go into nowhere where there's no tension and stuff like that. And be like, yeah, I'm here, I'm Swizzy, and guess what? The bombs are dropping and we're out here. I will be in a safe environment where I go, and I'm gonna make sure that it's safe before I go, because I'm gonna do some research on it, right? I'm not spending my money to go somewhere and get myself jammed up. I ain't working hard for that. I can stay here and do that right here in this hill. I can easily do that right here, get jammed up. You seen the other guy, the other video, truck flipped over on the side like that, jammed up. And I don't need to be in no jams like that. I just got out of one, thank the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Whew, that was enough. So, but I just didn't know, because I was talking to another guy, and I was saying, man, did you hear about what happened or what's going on and such and so? He's like, nah, man, I don't even watch the news. Okay. I know there's a lot of people like that out there, but I just can't understand for the life of me how that's even possible. But for so many people, they just rather ignore it act like nothing, that these things are not happening. You know, they have no opinion on. They're not opinionated on stuff. It don't affect them directly. They feel like it's not worth their time or their energy, and they want to keep their peace in that way. That's fine. I mean, maybe that's why I'm not getting no sleep, because there's so much that's going through my mind at night, right? And maybe I should just kind of fall back from some things, or being so overly concerned about stuff. But because you can't change things. But that's where prayer comes in. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't know what's going on, I don't know what to pray about. You know? But, we got to check in on each other too, man. That's another important thing to do, man. Just check in on each other. Check in on people just to make sure that they are right. You know what I'm saying? Family members, friends, co-workers, people that are in the military, people that are law enforcement. You know what I mean? I was listening to a guy the other day, and he said, what really matters right now is not the fact that there's a lot of tension and people are out here protesting because of political views, and people have different opinions. Of course, we all have our own opinion of how we feel like the climate is changing. But what's important is that we kind of still stay connected as people, because we don't know, people are going through things. Okay, everybody goes through stuff, but then where's the support? A lot of people go through things and they keep their mouth shut, and they're just going through it in silence and stuff. So nobody comes to check on them, right? Nobody asks them how you doing. You got people that are living, of course, struggling, but people are living with so many different challenges. People are living with a lot of challenges, man. Their families are, what they waving at me for? You want to say hi? Hey, how you doing? It's like the truck. Hey, wave at the truck driver. My battery's getting bad. But we can get caught up in a lot of what's going on, and forget that, we still are all, we still all are of the same, like, we still we're all humans. Some of us broke the law. Some of us got caught for breaking the law. Some of us didn't. Some of us ain't never broke the law. Some of us ain't never smoked a cigarette. Some of us still smoking cigarettes and need to quit. So everybody got something that they dealing with, right? And they dealing with it. They have no choice. Some things you just can't run away from, right? The daily life, the daily struggle, life be life. But if we don't just reach out to somebody, especially, and I'm talking right now about a lot of our military, because we got a lot of tension around the globe going on. We got a lot, what I'm saying? We got people on that chessboard that's being moved right in front of, they put into an environment where there's a lot of tension and stuff. So we gotta be checking on these people, man, just to make sure that they still kind of coping with life as they go through it. As we go through it, we going through it, man. I'm going through it. Why do you think I want to start traveling the world? Not, I do want to get out of here, because, I'm scared to death. Sorry about that. That was my son. He want to talk about the markets. I told him I'm doing a live video, man. So yeah, I'm like, I want to be able to go somewhere where, I'm not feeling, nobody, I don't think anybody is feeling the atmosphere of the environment right now here in the country, man, in the U.S. Nobody. I don't think people, not even the law enforcement, like, they got a job to do. They ain't feeling it, man, but they got to do what they got to do. They got to feed their family, right? They got to follow orders, or they going to wind up being, you know what I'm saying, unemployed somewhere. They don't want that. Dishonorable discharge because you don't want to follow orders. So people don't really feel, I'm sure people ain't really gung-ho about what all is going on. Nobody wants to go into harm's way. Nobody want to go into kick, you got to go in there and get them, right? So they got to go in and get the enemy, right? If that's what it is. Nobody signs. You got people that sign up for it, like, yeah, come on, send me in. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight this battle. But for the most part, nobody signed up for that. I mean, that might be the outcome, but they figure a lot of time people figure like, well, it's peacetime, so let me go ahead and enlist, do my few years and get out, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? If given that opportunity, if you're smart, you do it. You serve your country, and you reap those benefits for the rest of your life. But it's tough to be in that climate for everybody, for the people who are on the ground, civilians, all of that, man. It's really tough, even for those people that are out there, because they probably have to take orders that they otherwise, you put a person in a situation, man. You gotta come up out of it. So they're gonna use all the training that they got. I'm not gonna let you do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta survive. It's all about survival. But people really have a lot going on in their life, man. So check on them, man. Check in, call them. I mean, don't call them and ask them nothing about what's going on with the, with the job or with the, nothing. Hey, man, you still, how do you feel? Oh, that's your president. Listen, leave that out the conversation. Just check on the person to see if they're doing all right, man. Just to check on them to see if, from a humanity standpoint, how is everything? How are you doing? How are you? Are you okay? And we don't do enough of that. We ain't checking in on each other, man. People just caught up in the moment, man. Divided and stuff. So try to come back together on that front, from a humanitarian standpoint. Like, I'm just checking to see if you're all right, man. I know you put that uniform on every day. I know you got to probably work alongside somebody that you probably otherwise would not, if you had a choice, and a lot of them don't. You probably would otherwise not want to be, standing side by side with in the trenches or in the line of fire, but they do it. And, you got to respect them for that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got some kind of anxiety going on, really, too. So that's why I really want to do my little traveling and get out the country, because being here, you can't get away from it. You can't escape it. Like, it's everywhere. It's in people's face when you see them, like how they treat you. I see a lot of people that you can tell they scared. You can tell they scared because they don't know if they're going to be profiled. They're going to be ran up on and asked, oh, I got, are you illegal? Like, you could just tell, like, but they still showing up, and they're like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, you still here? You got every right to. It's citizens. But that's how the climate done. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're in a twilight zone, man. Living in a twilight zone, and the only way to escape it for a small fraction of a minute is travel outside the country, or lay it down, have a nap, take a nap, if you can get some sleep, because there's so much on your mind. Because like I said, I wake up with a bunch of gray hair because there's so much on my mind. And and come to find out, I didn't even really get no sleep. I kept dozing off and then waking back up, and it's like, damn, what are you thinking about all night? So I was like, let me try and find some place to travel to, somewhere where I can go, and there's going to be a lot more, peace. But even in these places, these people really, so they say, oh, where you from? And so, you from here. They looking at you like, you trying to escape the madness? You never know, man. Or they probably sympathize with you. Like, man, yeah, that's it. All right. Probably sympathize with you. Like, yeah, I don't blame you for wanting to get out of there. Like, yeah, we only got a week and I got to be back because I got to go to work, Unless I hit that big number. But then where you gonna go? Can't get away from, can't get away from yourself. So if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. So I'm trying to be part of the solution, at least for me. At least for me. And how do you become part of the solution? That's the next question. I guess you just live and you let live. Live and let live. That's the way to be a solution to a lot of what's going on right now in the world. Live and let live. Somebody needs to tell those people in power that. But they're really after, global dominance. And I was talking with a brother last night, said, why Greenland? But it makes sense, right? It makes sense. Yeah, Greenland is a place where a lot of filthy, wealthy people live. But it's also one of the, like, up there in the Arctic cold. And if there's nothing else good for, using that cold, they need to cool, they need to have, like, these data centers, these computers and everything, they run so hot that it's Greenland or any of those places like that, Denmark and Greenland, would be the perfect place to put data centers, because then you can keep them cool with less effort from, having, to generate energy or power to keep the keep the computers cool. I don't know. I mean, it does sound like that makes sense, but of course they'll say, well, we need that for national security, to be able to have that as a a place where we can set up and have like a military presence. You know what I'm saying? We need to own that, so we don't want China and Russia to get it. Well, if they get it, what do you think they probably gonna do? Because they into mining Bitcoin and all that other stuff. They know that they gotta have data centers, and they know that they gotta keep it cool. They understand all of that. And they probably looking at it too, like, well, this would be a good strategic, it would be a good geographical place. You don't want to put a data center down in Texas, but they got them down there. And I'm pretty sure it costs a lot of money, to keep, or to mining equipment and stuff like that. Those computers got to stay cool. It probably costs a lot of money to keep them cool. But anyway, that's we were talking about that and stuff. So it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So let me know what you think. All right, let me know what you think. But yeah, data centers, because we live in an information age and they gotta have these computers, gotta keep them cool. You know, Greenland would be the ideal place. You don't have to generate too much power. You know, and that's the thing. All of this power being used, they can keep them computers cool without having to spend any money. You know, they can invest more money into the equipment that they use to do mining with. So, and that's why I say, see, I get this information. I'm processing it. It makes sense. I just want to share that with you guys. You know what I mean? In case you're not thinking about these things, you know. But we're always told one thing, but there's definitely another motive. There's other narratives for reasons why they want to be in position the way they're trying to position themselves. You know, we're not just fighting because we want to get oil and land, you know, or dominate a country, right? I think we just out here trying to get these places to be able to get the resources, and we know that. But what resources are we after? It ain't after the dirt, because we got plenty of it here. Plenty. Alright, let me get back down in this hole, you guys. Back down in this hole, man. Let's get a look at it. Go all the way down there. Big wall over there. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Watch myself. One false move and it's over.